Welcome back. Welcome back. Yoga has been all the rage for a few years now, but you hear more about adults going, and hot yoga is great, and you should come with us, and let's do this. A lot of people getting together in groups. Amy Townsend joins us today because she teaches kids yoga. Turns out it's never too early to get your youngsters involved. It's not only good for them physically, but excellent for them mentally. Thank you for being here today.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Do you teach exclusively kids, or do you teach everybody?
I teach everybody.
Okay, so when it comes to kids, I mean, how do you get, it seems to me like the kind of activity where you have to concentrate a little bit, and sometimes it's hard with kids to make them concentrate.
We kind of disguise the poses with like games and stories, art and stuff. I have lots of books that we do. Sometimes we might read a book and then talk about, oh, there was a snake in that book, let's do the snake pose, or things like that. We kind of disguise the poses in games.
Why are you advising parents to think about putting their kids in yoga?
Well, for me, and I think lots of people who do yoga and love yoga like I do have probably noticed that, like for me, now that I've been practicing for a little while, I wish that I started when I was a kid. And so I think that people are starting to realize that if it's so good for me, why not for my little one? And I think even kids that aren't exposed to yoga, even kids whose parents don't do yoga, I also work at a daycare, and so I see all kinds of kids from ages like 8 months to 12 years old. Even kids who don't know yoga are doing downward dog. They're doing child's pose. They're doing happy baby. They're just like, look at me, Amy, I'm in tree pose. Like, how do they know all this stuff? They're natural yogis. And yeah, I think now that it's becoming more popular, kids are doing it more, and they're seeing it and showing their friends, and it's pretty cool. They like it a lot.
I have a daughter who's in kindergarten. She came home from school the other day, and I guess they had somebody in, and she was doing the tree pose, like the full, and I'm like, yes. So I need to now take that ball and run with it, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
We have Amy joining us today, not only because she's going to show us a few of the poses, because also she wants to let people know that she's offering a seminar this Saturday, March 15th at Chapters. It's at 1:30. Great opportunity to sort of get a feel for it and see if your kids like it.
Yeah. So it's going to be like a 20 or 30-minute demo where we'll kind of, it kind of depends who's there, the ages of the kids, but I'll have like a loose plan where we'll, we always do something to bring the group together, a game, an activity, something like that, and then we'll do some more games where the poses will be kind of more disguised in, and hopefully we'll have time to do some relaxation, and it's just a nice way to bring the group together. I know, like, in this day and age, maybe we're a little bit scared to touch, a little bit scared to like get into people's space. And so with their permission, with appropriate touch, we're kind of bringing that back in, bringing us together like that.
Fantastic. Let's, could we get a couple of examples here?
Sure, yeah, I gotta kick my shoes off.
No
so
problem.
Maybe I'll do what we call the sun dance. So in an adult class, they might call this a sun salutation. And instead of all the talking, you'll just be using your breath. But with the little kids, we might do something like reach up high, touch the sky, dive down low, touch your toes, hands to the mat, kick one leg back, come to plank, kiss your mat, be a snake. So we might be a snake for a little bit, come into dog, and we might bark, arf, 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 and then kick up your tail, wiggle it out, wiggle your other tail. And I can't really do this because I just dislocated my knee, but you will jump like a frog and touch your toes. And then reach up high, touch the sky, back to mountain pose. So same thing that we do in an adult class, but with little kids. And we just kind of make it more fun with songs, making it more of a dance, making it like we can hiss and we can bark and all that stuff.
For some reason, kids seem to love yoga. I just know when Natalia came home, she was very excited to show me what she had learned. I'm wondering what it is, or can you lend some insight as to why kids are attracted to this and like doing it? It calms them, obviously.
Yes. Well, I think that like with adults, it's a safe space to just be yourself. No competition. It's so good for your body, right? Of course. But then you start to learn things about your body and bring that into your mind. And then you carry that into like your spirit, and you can, like I said, the safe space, no competition, it just makes it a good way to learn more about yourself and about the world around you, about your community and your community at large, right?
And if it allows the parents to have more calm kids for 10 minutes, that's not a terrible thing either.
Kids love relaxation,
Yes. Tell me this, if people are planning to attend this half-hour session on Saturday at 1:30 at Chapters, should they bring their own yoga mats?
No.
Don't
we'll
even
take
need.
care of you, yep.
That is so fantastic. Good for you. So when you're not doing a chapter seminar, you're at the Camels Yoga Center, which is on Laval.
Yep.
and people can come there and sign up their kids there.
Absolutely, yes. We have kids classes at noon on Saturdays and Sundays. We have a teen class. It's like a teen yoga party, and that's every Friday night at 7.
Nice.
75 minutes, and a lot of our kids classes and teen classes correspond with adult classes, which take place across the street. So if you don't have childcare, you can drop your little bean off and then go do a hot class. Take some time to yourself. You don't have to do a hot class. You can do whatever you want, but it's kind of nice.
Go to the pub? No, stay with the hot yoga. Stay with the hot.
That's for after yoga. Yeah.
That's right. Amy, what a pleasure to have you on the show today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. And I love the way you incorporate all of the moves with words that rhyme. Like, kids love that stuff. Looks like it'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is. And we create our own poses and our own sequences too. Like, once they get confident, we start making up our own tree pose. So dancing tree or ninja tree, Egyptian tree, dead tree. That wasn't me. That was my pal Nori.
All good, all good. Amy, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
You're so welcome. Information's on the screen, but yes, if you'd like to get a little introduction under your belt, this Saturday at Chapters at 1:30, Amy will be there, and who knows, your kids may end up being yoga lovers, and that wouldn't be a bad thing. We're back in 90 seconds. Stay with us.